Yes, hello, excuse me. Sir, do you have a moment to talk to me about the statue of the semi-palmated Sandpiper in Dorchester, New Brunswick?
Yes, I'm afraid that I'm a bird, and I don't really have any feelings about that.
It's not all of my time is spent riding my ruckus. Sometimes I spend time trying to figure out where I should ride my ruckus to instead.
And one of the things that I discovered while I was looking through the landmarks available here in New Brunswick, aside from the covered bridges and the lighthouses, I found that New Brunswick is home to the largest statue of a semi-palmated sandpiper anywhere in the entire world. Now this is exciting. So I clicked on the listing for it, and then I found out that the sandpiper had been removed. Well, what am I to do? So I kept on scrolling, and then I found out, look at this. The sandpiper has returned, but there's pictures of an older sandpiper. And then the more and more that I dig, the more and more I found out that this sandpiper is embroiled in the thickest of southern New Brunswick controversies. And today I would like to tell you just a little bit about how this semi-palmated sandpiper statue came to be here. This is what the Wikipedia page has to say about this bird, and all the sources are from CBC and CTV News here in New Brunswick. Shep's original wooden structure, made by Monty McMillan, had originally stood in Dorchester since 2001, until being removed in 2020 to undergo repairs. The Dorchester Village Council approved funding for making repairs to the wooden sculpture and building a viewing platform for it. In 2021, repairs were unable to be made after McMillan discovered that the sculpture's wood had started rotting and his tools had been stolen, preventing him from being able to repair it. In order to replace the sculpture, the Village Council commissioned one made with steel, epoxy, and fiberglass from Robin Hansen. The new sculpture was built at a cost of $9,300. On January 1st, 2023, as a result of the 2023 New Brunswick local governance reform, Dorchester was amalgamated with Sackville into the newly formed town of Tantramar. Paying Hansen for this sculpture became less prioritized by the new town council, resulting in individuals and organizations attempting to raise funds towards covering the cost themselves. On April 8th, 2023, the new sculpture was transported to Dorchester and reinstalled by local volunteers rather than by municipal officials, which was well received by residents. This resulted in controversy within the new council, with former Dorchester council member Debbie Wiggins-Caldwell supporting Shep's return, while other officials, such as Tantramar Mayor Andrew Black, considered the statue to be an insurance liability for the municipality.
Excuse me, sir, how do you feel about the third-party verification of public funds?
Oh, well, you see, I haven't done a lot of reading on that subject. A third-party investigation was conducted by Montana Consulting in October of 2023, costing the municipality $19,167.11. The investigation report concluded that Wiggins-Caldwell made violations towards municipal codes of conduct, such as, quote, failure to respect the decision-making process and follow policies, procedures, and bylaws, unquote. Former Dorchester Deputy Mayor Kara Becker opposed the Tantramar officials' disapproval with Wiggins-Caldwell, calling what they had done, quote, a witch hunt, unquote.
Now, Shep, you've undergone recent reconstruction. How does it feel to be back here on the pedestal?
Yeah, so I've been gone a little while, but it's great to be back, feeling good, feeling new.
How do you feel about the actions of the mayor to get you back up here?
Yeah, I'm not really sure if she did it the right way, but I'm really glad to be back.
Shep, do you believe it's fair to amalgamate the towns of Dorchester and Sackville together, even though they're nowhere near each other and they have completely different populations?
I'm just a bird, but I'm worried about the representation between the two towns.
Shep, how do you feel about the sanctioning of the former mayor of Dorchester?
Well, again, I'm just a bird, so I can't answer any more of these questions. And so, without any further ideas from Shep, I decided to search the area for more answers about what was going on here.
Nothing. In order to discover whether or not there's been a backroom deal, I have come to the back of the Dorchester Municipal Hall. I don't see a single deal happening here. I see there's a few of you around. How does your community feel about the statue of the Sandpiper?
I guess mostly I'm wondering why you're so concerned about this.
Do you feel it's appropriate to sanction the former mayor for her role in this?
I am a fake bird.
How do you feel about the new mayor?
Shut up! Leave me alone and go away!
I'm here at the Bell Inn in historic Dorchester, New Brunswick, to ask some of the locals here about how they feel about the statue. I found a gentleman here who's very kindly offered to be interviewed. Now tell me, sir, how do you feel about the construction of the new statue with private funds?
How do you feel about minding your own business? Unfortunately, this bird ended up being an unreliable witness, so I continued out of Dorchester towards the town of Sackville, New Brunswick.
I must say though, having walked in front of this town hall, it doesn't look very suspicious. A little bit modernist, which I don't like. However, not very suspicious. So we'll see if there's things to find elsewhere. Although there's not a lot I can definitively tell you about Sackville, New Brunswick, I can tell you that it has at least one brass bell. So if you like brass bells, maybe you'll like that. Now, one of the best parts of riding a Honda Ruckus is that I get to stop off at wherever the signs direct me. I see something interesting, and there I go. And today I saw the sign for the memorial of Mr. Stanley, the man who invented the Canadian national flag. The Canadian national flag, if you don't know, is red on the ends to symbolize the autumnal leaves, and the white is there to represent the Canadian snow of the north. And the maple leaf itself is a symbol of Canadian pride, found in our coat of arms, previous provincial flags, and the insignia of the Canadian Armed Forces. Yes, a very special flag, a very beautiful design, and everybody loves it. So, on this beautiful New Brunswick windy day, how beautiful should our flag be over the gravesite of the man who invented it? Let's take a look at it.
So there it is, the story of Shep, the semi-palmated Sandpiper of Dorchester, New Brunswick. No matter who is in the right or who is in the wrong, we can all be grateful that he still stands among us, for us to see and to visit. So thank you very much to the Tantramar City Council for allowing him to remain.